But these guys are locked in place now. They won't be moving for the rest of the battle unless they happen to knock out my main character. Okay, Nikolai got a heal 4 off. That's pretty much the worst situation of what could happen. Okay, and I countered pretty good there. He healed and I critted on him. So luckily I think Nikolai only has about 500 or 600 HP. So pretty much by the time I get around to do another critical hit, if I can, that's really going to take him out, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I think he only gets one chance to use the heal 4, and that's why he used the heal 2. So I'm getting a little bit of bad luck with Nikolai. He's coming back out of his dizzy at just the wrong times. Gotta waste an extra turn healing my main character. Do I? No, I'm gonna get aggressive. Nikolai's in the red. I need to be aggressive. Just chance the fact that my main character could get knocked out. Alright. Give him a heal 2. So I'm easily going to be able to fight through all of Nikolai's healing, but the issue with that is I just don't want him to. That's really about all I have to say about it. I just don't want him to heal. I don't want him to take 1 or 2 more, or at this point he's taken probably like 7 more turns to kill. I got plenty of resources to take these guys out. Like, I'm in no danger of dying, like, whatsoever. Okay, that time I was able to push the extra damage on Nikolai. So just a time loss and nothing more. Let's see. Now we gotta switch over to super strats. Good thing I didn't do it last time because he broke right out of it. So I forgot, but it was a good time to forget it. And trying to make up for like one enemy who's beating up on my main character, that's really easy because I've got the health rock and I've also got remedy. So that's why I keep the guys that I do with what they have. So since all that healing did occur, we're going to still be a little bit behind by the time we finish this. We won't quite be caught up on our we won't be caught up on our splits just yet, but that's coming pretty soon. At least that's what I believe. I believe that's happening pretty soon here. Okay, just pop a super, because... Okay. Couldn't quite get super. No reason at this point to let him get knocked out. That was a bad call last time, because I didn't know where all the items were. Not quite caught up, but it's still looking like it may be a good split. I think I can get him in 2.5 minutes here. Now if I were to fight Oda here instead, just forget about it. He does like 160 points of damage per hit, then he's got all these chances to crit. He's got a high chance to crit, and I just don't like that battle. That battle's scary. Okay, where's he at? Okay, may not quite get him in the 1.5 minutes. That's because I'm getting quite a few misses here, so let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm getting way too many misses. Go ahead and do the heal too. Don't really need that energy that much. We're gonna get a little bit aggressive here. I'm feeling a need to push some damage on him. not quite a good split either. Just got trolled so bad by that. So many heals came off. Alright. So just another thing you gotta deal with in this game, the healing. And the only other place where it's really, really dangerous with that is dealing with the Oda. When you fight Oda himself and fight Abaddon. Let's see. I think he takes Mori Ranmaru with him in the other fight. I think that's who the other boss is for that. Okay, almost done with the levels here. Okay, I'm a guy. Koji gets 2. And then since I usually do them when I warp out, we'll go ahead and wait. And warp out. And that's the split. Okay, so I hope Mino got hit pretty bad. And I hope that Mikawa's okay. If neither one of them's been hit at all, they should both have about, I would say, 340 soldiers apiece. But here we go, we're headed straight into war. Very important that you rest before you go into war. Well, we gotta do a little side tracking of damaging Oda. So he's got 349. So this part here where I'm going up and sabotaging him, it's completely RNG. I know because I've tested it personally. Completely RNG whether it actually works. So we're going to keep doing this until the 14th. Then we're going to go notify Mikawa that we want to go to war with Mino. And we're basically going to kind of force them into that. We're going to be very, very insistent. And so since I've picked up some allies that actually get along with me pretty well, none of them are going to betray me. They're not going to punish me for all the times that I had to run. And if everything goes right, we're going to have less than an hour here, and we're going to be done. I'll still be running the game, but a little bit of the pressure will be off if I actually have a decent run. had one, it just didn't save properly. Okay. So I want to be kind of careful here, and I want to see. Yeah, this game, I just saw your comment here. I might be running a little bit behind on my commentary because it's got a 10-second stream delay, but this game is kind of hard to route. Let me see. I have it set at an RTA right now because there's just some really painful things that I can't do anything about. Like as far as getting a good run goes, you're almost definitely gonna die. Okay, so I didn't even get to snoop. I've actually already died once in this run, but I actually caught myself up. So it's kind of weird how that works, but you do just have to level up a lot. I can't do that outside of catch myself. Let's see. Need to think about what I'm doing for a second here. Okay, so I need to get a good idea of where my characters are at and where Mino's at. So I already know that Mino has at least equal or less guys than what I've got. Okay. So Macabre was pretty much untouched. That doesn't necessarily mean anything, though. And I want to get him down below 200 soldiers. And it's random how many soldiers and how much food and everything that actually gets destroyed, so... Actually, we're looking pretty good right now. So what happened last time I tried to run this offline is I ended up having enough soldiers, but my allies didn't have enough food or anything. Okay. So the way we're going to handle this, because of how it looked last time, is we're going to make a safety save. Since this definitely is not a single segment. It had one death and a reload, and it was a pretty bad one too. We'll make a safety save here. We're going to warp back. I'm going to wait at the castle, and on the 30th I'll make a second safety save, and that's just to make sure that they don't cancel war. Right. And he doesn't need any magic, so we're gonna vanish from this battle. Uh, 29th. So one more. So hopefully I don't have to use either one of those. And then it's going to be random whether I'm able to beat all the boss rushes and Oda after this. Oda himself is just going to be the roughest battle to try and deal with. Okay, and it looks like he decided that he did not want to go to war. So there's a high chance that they could have been sabotaging me as well. And sometimes they just like to wimp out. Unfortunately, I do have to talk to these guys every time I run into them. Not my choice, it's just that's how they decided that you have to talk to people when you play this game. Okay, they canceled again. If they do it one more time, I think I'm going to have to revert to the other save. As far as I know, there's no you can revert any save that you want when you're doing RTA. I don't know that for sure yet, but I'm just assuming. Just as long as it was a save that you made when you started playing the game. Okay, so that was 3 times, which means he probably doesn't have enough soldiers to fight. Which means I've got to destroy more of their soldiers, which is why I made that safety save. I do expect this run to finish, and I do expect it to go up on YouTube, so somebody will let me know if I'm wrong about how RTA works. But if it doesn't finish, I'll just get the next run to go on YouTube. Okay, that's all the more that I can damage them right now. Might as well as use this last bit of energy to snoop if I can. Nope. This is just one of those things where it has happened before many times, that way I just know to expect it. Okay, another safety save, so hopefully they won't cancel war this time. Actually, I did have one more chance to sabotage them, but this should be good. Okay. So I'm hoping they didn't hire anyone. If they hired someone, this is going to be an actual battle here. And I got lucky and they didn't. So wartime is one of the times that I really need to work on. I don't think I have the best strategies that I can have. I think I need to move over one more. I'm basically just trying to hit them a lot without getting hit. So I use Fright and I use Blaze. This doesn't work out so well when your opponent decides he's going to conjure 2 dragons on you, though. Another big reason why I use Blaze instead of something like Tiger or Dragon is because I can hit him from range in case he decides he's going to start running away from me. Okay, so now he's going to start running, so I got to try and cut him off. Still got Fright. Okay, so it ended up being a pretty easy war to beat. And now I gotta pick up all the items that I need for the last dungeon, and then good luck me, because I am definitely going to need it. I'm going to pick up some health kits and some restorers, and we're going to try and max out our items that way. so Mikazuchi up to this point has gotten no armor, but I'm going to get him 2 pieces of armor. And I should have enough resources left over that I can just like max out on everything else. And we're not going to worry about Amagai's equipment. He's going to be the last line of defense, so I don't really expect him to get hit much, if at all, except by lightning. This multi-blades was how I was getting through the game pretty quick up till now. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go get some restores and make one last safety save. It looks like we're gonna get 11 restores all together, and yeah, this is just gonna be really scary. And I forgot to hit a split back there, but that's alright. Endgame time is really all I'm really caring about. Let's see. And just all of these resources, they are just so necessary. Like, I don't even know how to stress that enough. It's the whole final battle is just so scary. If everything doesn't go just the way you need it to, things get out of hand really quickly, and both the bosses right now, the way I have it set up, can both use lightning. But for some reason it seems to be an easier boss battle for me. So we'll lodge up in case we lost any energy points. Make one last save. It actually doesn't really need to be made because I I'm not going to reload after this. If I lose half an hour to this dungeon and I just don't make it, then that run's pretty much over. So Dizzy is what's going to save my butt. That's why I have a sorcerer. So in this first battle, these guys are pretty much pushovers. We're going to try and get them to attack themselves instead of attacking me. And they can't actually dispel super, so I'm going to try and use that right away. So that's going to be on for the rest of the battle. This is the only battle in here where you can't get the super dispelled. And this is the last use of the multi-blade. Cast Gale in battle. Doesn't do so much in this battle, but it does a lot early on. Pretty much at this point, if I'm using like even any resources before I get out to Oda, I get a little bit worried about not having an extra restorer or two in my inventory. I was able to buy more health kits than what I did last time. All this information really means nothing, because if they want to kill you, they're going to kill you. If they decide they don't want to stay stun locked, they're not going to stay stun locked. So like, I'm really tense right now, but just wait for the last battle here. I've been getting pretty good times all day. Only one really bad thing happened, so everything's looking pretty good. Okay, so out of Mugenbo and Kitamaru, I want to keep Mugenbo from using his healing spells, so he's the one that I'm going to be going after at first. He also likes to use Awaken if you use Dizzy on Kitamaru, so I don't do that one first. But always take out the healer first. You take out the healer and the rest of the battle just becomes easy after that. I'm going to defend here. That's going to give them a little bit more time to back up, because when they're dizzy they can only attack or back up. You can actually take advantage of the fact that they can only back up and move your character away from them. So it's a good thing to kind of keep in mind there. Alright. So they're making things difficult for me already. Usually they've stayed stun locked by now. For at least a little bit. So Mugenbo is moved to the back, and that's what we don't want, because we want Kitamaru to have a chance to attack Mugenbo. Alright, so I don't know if you can see on stream yet, but Kitamaru has just backed up. And as long as I'm keeping them dizzy, I can tank all the hits. So I don't want to use super quite just yet. I'm going to wait until I get at least one of them taken out, which is going to be Mugenbo. And once I get him taken out, then we'll go ahead and switch to super and keep using Dizzy. Since my sorcerer has so much magic, they can't actually kill me anyway. But I just don't want them to get the heal off, because that's just a huge time waster. Okay, so Mugenbo is in the red for HP. That means he'll probably die in about 2 or 3 more hits. So I just gotta keep my HP high and hope he doesn't break out of it until he's dead. Okay, he just used Awaken, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just living on the edge here. I got a nice crit there. That's going to make the rest of this a lot easier. Before fighting the bodyguard, I'm going to get a full heal, but he's got a chance to use a sleep bomb on me right away. And if that thing happens, then a lot of really bad things could happen. He could end up killing me before I even get a turn. That's pretty much the only way he can kill me, but he can also make me lose a bunch of resources. Tomorrow is very almost dead. I think about all my guys are going to gain levels after this. If they don't here, they will in the next battle. This is very not bad. I think I'm only probably about 5 minutes behind where I was the other night. Didn't do anything yesterday because yesterday was Thanksgiving, but Wednesday night I ran this. So this is really good so far. Haven't had to use a single restorer, haven't used a single health kit. Now we're going to pick up this Kirin Bone, and the reason why we need that is for the lightning. I think it helps reduce some of that damage. But I actually went out of my way to get Amagai Koji to finish this final battle because I figured that he was going to help me finish it. I wasn't too sure about the other guy. Okay. Go ahead and pass this over. He doesn't need all those. Okay, end of the easy battles, now for the scary ones. I just remembered I forgot to use super, but it ended up working out anyway. I'm not going to get heartbroken over it. Super doesn't save all that much time. Okay, we're doing good. We didn't die in the opening round. I need to take out his guard first because his guard heals. Again, we're going to take away his ability to heal by putting Dizzy on him. And I'm hoping the top bodyguard will help me kill this other guard. Or he can back up, either one. So Dizzy is a complete necessity at this point in the game. If you don't have Dizzy, like pretty much every chance that you can possibly get it, you're gonna die. Okay, have to use an unsafe tactic here. Oh no, I don't. I don't have that option. So Heal 4 has been happening to me all day. So this is like so not good right now. He is like right up in my grill. Still pretty likely to win this one, just as long as he doesn't get a sleep bomb at an unfortunate time. But I've got to use some restorers that I don't want to use. So another thing I'm taking advantage of here is an enemy cannot move forward if they have a target. That's just like really bad. I'm not used to having enemies counter my Dizzy, and I've lost 2 of my Dizzies. went ahead and let my main character die on purpose. He got to come back with full health, and he didn't have the status problem on him. Okay. We're sitting at a decent place right here. Still lost some time, but not a terrible large amount. So if things get out of hand in this battle, I have a chance, but if they get out of hand in the next battle, I'm pretty much screwed. Okay, he's not staying stun locked, but he's not healing either, so I can deal with that. So I just took out the guard, so this is going to be a lot easier to deal with. He doesn't have his sleep bomb anymore. And so now we're going to start popping supers, because at the very least he at least has to waste a turn dispelling them. I'm not sure what his exact HP is. I think it's somewhere around 900. So I don't think we're even halfway through yet. But the good news is it's just him. I really doubt this is doing anything for my defense whatsoever, but I do get a lot of strength out of it. That's completely not what I wanted to do. So I'm periodically going to check his HP and see if he's in the red. If he's in the red, then I can be a bit more reckless, depending the situation. And as I'm talking, I'm mismenuing. Okay, so he's red. So red for him means he's got probably about 175 HP left, something like that. Somewhere in that neighborhood. So pretty much one crit from me and he's dead. Okay, it took a little bit longer than I wanted, but as long as Oda doesn't get a heal 4 off and I can win this one, this could be a PB for what I've got recorded. I'm trying to beat 644. Okay, all those were easy. This is the hard part. By a lot. But it actually can go really well, and it can be that it looks like it's really easy. Okay. They started me off real well just to begin with. I'm used to having to use heal 4 in my opening move because one of them just uses lightning. Oh! Okay, I need to stop talking here. I'm messing up a bunch of menus here, so I'm just gonna leave the commentary alone for right now and just try and concentrate. I will just say real quick, I think Oda has somewhere in the neighborhood of 900 or 700 HP. Once he's dead, the battle's over. And he's the only one who can heal, and that's why it's going to be over as soon as he's dead. So they are in the best position possible. I just need Oda to not use Heal 4 on me, and I need Abaddon to help me attack him. Okay, there's the first lightning. They stack 2 of them on me. That can be pretty rough to deal with. We're gonna get a heal 4 off right now. No reason to take any chances whatsoever. You need to have plenty of time to put your dizzies up. Oh man, you're gonna see that in just a second. We just had Oda fall on us. By his own ally. So this is over. I've won. And so the only question is whether or not this is going to be a PB. But I went way out of my way to make sure I had the proper allies, because I just pretty much had to do that to make sure that I'd secure a win. But this is so way over. Now we're just really sitting around waiting for Abaddon to die. He's gonna put up his best effort to try and beat me, but nothing he's doing is gonna really hurt me. So after a almost 7-hour run, I'm going to be done with my stream for today, but That's just because of how long it was, but I'm really happy that we got to end this on a good note. I've had some issues with my stream going down, but I don't think that happened at all today. So I can send this over to YouTube as a PB. I like to think I keep a fairly thorough commentary even when I'm the only one who's on my stream, and that's just for later reference. So I am commentating on everything that I've done, so you can go back and check the video and see how I've done everything, see what my route is. And time is when Abaddon takes his last damage and you hear the noise of him dying. So there we go. That's it. That's PB for me. So around 6:40:25, that's the best I've had recorded. I'm happy to see that some people joined me for the end of the run. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. That's going to be it for the stream for me today. So thanks for joining me. I hope you can get a chance to do it again. I think I might go ahead and run this for the next 2 or 3 days and see if we can get a better time than this, because I had a pretty costly death in there and I had to go back and run and get Amagai instead of having the ally that I did have. So there's definitely some improvements that could be made, and I'm thinking sub 5 is definitely possible. Sub 6 is definitely possible. Sub 5 might be. So we're going to leave it at that, and thanks for joining me, and I'll be back tomorrow.